In this video, I will summarize for you the steps you can start taking today, which will completely transform your life. But first things first, who is that woman? That woman knows what she wants. She is magnetic, confident, elegant, has an air of rebellion about her, is assertive and feminine at the same time, but most importantly, she enjoys living her life. She has her fair share of setbacks and complicated situations, but she always seems to land on her feet and she doesn't make the same mistake twice. Sounds too good to be true? I have been fascinated for years. How come some women seem to be lucky and have it all, where others who arguably have more resources and potential and options, but life is a struggle for them? What is the difference? Although there are many scenarios, it all boils down to 5 points. Socrates once wisely said, "Know thyself." If you understand what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, who you are, what makes you tick, you get an unfair advantage. Because it's not about thinking who you are and believing in everything you have been conditioned by your family, by the society, even by well-meaning people, but it's layers and layers of conditioning. I'm talking about truly understanding who you are, what do you want, what lights your soul on fire, what are the things you enjoy, what is your vision. And when you understand that and understand yourself to that deeper level, that's what I'm talking about. That's what is giving you an unfair advantage. I will give you an example. When you understand your nature and how you work, and some things which you can control and some things which is very difficult for you to willpower through, then you just manage your environment and the things you do and you have in life in your advantage. I'll give you an example from my life. I like binge watching shows. So if there is a show I enjoy, I can watch it for 10 hours straight, and I have done so. Although it seems like a good idea at the moment, it never benefit me. It's not something which adds in my life. It's not a positive experience overall, because I usually do that at night. I don't get enough sleep. I don't get done the things I'm meant to do. And in the end, who wants to spend 10 hours straight watching TV? I tried not to do it, and I do succeed and don't do it for some time, but then I lapse and I would watch it again. So I decided to completely cancel Netflix, and I don't have a Netflix for quite a few years now, and it helped. I haven't had that issue since. It may not be ideal, and in the perfect world I would just watch 1 hour of show a day every other day or something, but it doesn't work like that for me. But just become this observer, curious observer, which notices things about yourself. And that is the first step to becoming that woman. The second step, I call it the magic of believing, and it means that you can create the world around you and you create your own identity. You might think that it contradicts to the first point, but stay with me here. What that woman knows is that her thoughts belongs to her. So she can think what she wants. She chooses how to think. She also understands that she can choose what to believe in. So she examines her beliefs. She examines which beliefs are limiting her, and she eliminates the ones which do not serve her or her purpose. You decide what is true for you. You decide what is your new identity of that woman. You decide how she behaves. You decide what does her ideal day looks like. You decide how she chooses to respond to different situations in her life, and little by little you just accept that change and you go through it. It's not an immediate exercise, it will take you some time, but the more clear you see that vision of yourself, the more clear you can think how she thinks, feel how she feels, the more you can follow that recipe for that woman you've created, the faster you will become her. Once you learn who you are really and understood yourself, then you created the version of yourself you want to become, and you believe that it's possible, and you change the world around you because you're changing your beliefs and the way you think. Then you start embodying that version of yourself. And when I'm saying embodying, you're changing your energy. So your energetic imprint is changing when you think, behave, and choose as another version of yourself. An important note here: if you want to achieve it because you want to change, to prove a point, because of a revenge, because you want to belong or be accepted by somebody or get somebody's approval or validation, that is a very bad starting point, and that won't help you to really become that woman, because the foundation is not the right foundation. You build it on opinions and judgment of others. The change needs to happen and come from you and be based on who you want to become and what life you want to live. So if you feel that resentment, if you feel that frustration, some of these negative emotions, which in a way they might give you that push and motivation for a change, but if you really want to become that woman that create a foundation which is steady, which is based on joy, curiosity, and self-acceptance, not others' opinions and judgment. That woman doesn't seek validation from the external world, and your energetic imprint is very different if you do things because you want to get an approval from others and validation from others, or because you do things because you enjoy doing them and that's the type of life you want to live. Femininity. I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will simply find me. Make it your mantra and forget about playing the game of success by the rules of masculinity. That woman knows that her magnetism and power comes from her feminine energy. She still gets things done and works on her vision with an unwavering devotion every single day, but she does it from the place of creativity and inspiration, and she listens to her intuition and her feelings. We all have feminine and masculine energies, and more than anything, it's a balancing act. However, our gift, ladies, is to create an amazing life and amazing things through our feminine expression. Femininity doesn't mean to be weak or subservient. It's just a different way of doing things. It's just a different way of being. You can achieve just as much or even more by being feminine and living in your feminine energy more so than in your masculine. That woman understands the power of feminine energy very well, and she uses it to her advantage. The last point and the secret sauce of that woman is that her aim to enjoy whatever she's doing. She knows that she came into this life not to cross over to-do list or to blame or complain. No. Her core belief is that everything is working out for her and everything is working in her favor. All setbacks are lessons and blessing in disguise. Even if she doesn't get what she wants, she believes that she will get something like that or even better in the future. She believes that if something doesn't happen, it's for her betterment. She trusts life and where it takes her. Start small and do the small things like finding what you like about every person or every situation, even if it's little crumbs, but notice what are you grateful for. Double down on your gratitude journal. See what things you have in your life which you don't even notice anymore, but these are the things which so many people in this world are dreaming they would love to have, and you have it and you don't even notice it anymore. And the more you notice these positive things you're grateful for, blessings in your life, the more of those you will have. Becoming that woman is like transforming from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's a process, it's uncomfortable, at times it seems impossible, at times it's scary, but once you are on the other side, you know that it was all worth it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, send this video to somebody you think may enjoy or benefit from it, and I will see you in my next video.